Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial by Daizy-Design face painting. Today we're doing a really beautiful Halloween design. It's sort of a gothic princess. We're going to start off by applying a metallic white base, just sort of sponging it on over the eyes. This is to add a sort of nice little sparkle out behind the main design. We're going to add some purple metallic diamond, metallic DFX Purple. It's a really nice rich color, and we're going to add that to the corner of the eyes and blend it into the white. The white is also really good for blending other colors into. I have put the paint on my brush on my sponge, sorry, by a spritzer, and then just swirling my sponge around the paint to get a really good load. I'm also adding it up on the forehead, which unfortunately we can't see on the camera, and I'm blending that down towards the white. The next step will be putting another colour in between the two colours, so it doesn't matter if they're blended perfectly or not. I'm now loading up some Paradise Deep Purple. Sorry, I can't remember the official name. And I'm going to use that to blend the two colours together and just fill out those gaps. I'm not a big fan of Paradise. I've never managed to get a nice smooth blend. Maybe it's just the colour I have. But I'm not too worried because it's all going to sort of be disguised under the main line work. Just blending those two colours between the eyes. Now I'm adding a starburst in the middle of the nose, sort of between the eyebrows, between the nose and the eyebrows, and I'm using the sort of like a tiger stripe method of line work with thin to thick to thin lines. So we're doing thin, and we're smushing it around just to get it a bit thicker, and back to thin again. Now we're going to start with the black. I've got that loaded on a number 2 Snazaroo brush. It's really good. Probably said it a million times, but it just keeps its point so well. And you can get that really rich, thin, thick consistency. And going through really thin, and just sort of more starburst working my way out. And we're wiggling it just to get it really, really thick, and I'm slightly twisting it to get it back up. They're not quite even, so I think I'll just make them nice smooth edges, and I'm just going to go over that one again just to make it a wee bit fuller. Alright, now we're going to add some more of the thin, thick, thin lines over the eyebrows, sort of fanning our way out, but still trying to keep all those points coming to the center of that starburst. Nice and thin. I've done it on the other side as well, and now I'm adding one, sort of filling out all those gaps so we've got nice even teardrops, and we're filling in those gaps as well, and also flicking them all up at the end. So wriggle it just to get it nice and thick. Now we're going to add some ones just above the eyebrow. Normally if a person had a bigger forehead, I'd probably move the design higher up so I wouldn't have to actually paint through the eyebrow. So I have to need to go through it a few times just to get through that hair to keep that line looking nice and smooth. I think it's probably not the smoothest line in the world, but it still works alright. Then we go around and join up with the corner of the eye. Just filling out that corner a wee bit, making that line look a bit thicker, just to match the rest of them. And I'm going to go over and do the same thing on the other side. Just trying to flick those corners up a wee bit so we don't get a sad droopy eye. And we're going to do some of the same thing, thin, thick, thin, just sort of down the bottom of the eye. Done it on both sides, as you can see, and I'm now going to go back with a number 1 Snazaroo brush and just do a few little thinner lines to fill up some of the other gaps. And I'm going to really finely go around and add just a nice curl at the top. Same thing on the other side. I think everything I do, I try and match on the other side, just keep it quite a nice symmetrical mask. And add another spiral just under the eye, curling it in. I like to have a number 3 sort of shape around the side of the eye. It seems to apply to a lot of designs, especially butterflies and masks. It just gives a pretty elegant shape to the face. I'm just going to add some little curly bits, sort of doing the opposite over each of them, and a few flicky bits just to fill out that gap in between the eyes. And I'm going to go over and do exactly the same thing on the other side. My head's in the way, still getting used to working with the camera. So we're doing the curly just on the very tip of the brush. Just sort of making sure that all the gaps are evenly spaced. I'm going to add another curl to that one. Now my sides aren't quite perfect, but that's alright. So that adds character to the design. Yeah, sitting forward. Right, now we're adding some just little spots. They're probably more oval than circle, just by not painting with the very tip. Just sort of pushing down more on the side. And we'll do some little dots just as they get smaller. Just sort of filling in any big empty spaces. I like to do a combination of about different size dots, and 3s are usually a really good combination of dots to put together, uneven numbers. Some in the corner of the eyes, and again I'm doing the same thing to both sides. Doesn't quite matter if they're perfect or not. I'm just adding some just to the edges of the teardrops as well. And one nice big dot in the middle. Alright, last but not least, we're going to add some glitter just in the spaces between the lines. Got some pretty purple glitter. Try not to go over the black too much. And we're going to also, because it's a Halloween design, add some sort of web-like effects between a lot of the stripes. Just doing the same sort of thing on each side, just sort of slightly U-shapes. Find one on that side. And on the corners of the eyes. And we're going to add an extra one there as well, just to make it look more web-like. Another alternative to the purple starburst in the middle would be a black one, which I actually think I prefer. And there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. See you next time. Bye!